Hey everyone, it's 2018. This is so crazy that we're already 2 days into the year. Melissa and I are glad to have you guys all popping on. This year takes on like totally different meaning. This is Melissa's fourth year, going into her fourth year, and my sixth year. And we really wanted to just start this call off basically saying thank you guys for sticking in this journey with us. And we say this all the time and we mean it, because you're why we're still here, and I hope that we're why you're still here. But I am just so happy to have you guys here and see you guys show up. I'm super excited this year because, I announced at the end of last year that I wasn't going to push, pull, and drag everybody, but I had a plan in place to start this year off. And so I started the Rebuilding the Relentless Squad group, and there's like 25 people in the group or something like that. And I'm so excited that we're all on the same path. I was like, here's the stuff you need to do. Everybody's like, boom, 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 boom. We did it. I was like, hey, we're starting today. People are like, oh, we started early yesterday. And so that's what I'm excited about, is to have that unison. And I know Melissa's going to talk more about it, but we really wanted this connection. We wanted this excitement. And if you guys had not listened to the Diesel Nation end of the year call, it's a pretty long call, but there's some really great points there. And now is the time to start planning for our year. And if you did listen to the Diesel Nation call, you know that Monica Lopez's sister Veronica started off the beginning of 2017 really shaky as a coach, and ended as a Diesel Nation elite coach. And if I am correct, we actually only had two coaches from our team hit elite this year, her and Christina. And so anyways, now's the time to start planning. Melissa and I have learned a lot about business in the last 2 years. So I know that we're in a totally different space, but we wanted to, bring some information to you, and also, help plan out this year, because the sky's the limit. And, this year's been very weird with the election, with all of the natural disasters. Our California team got hit by fires. We've had shootings and, hurricanes, all sorts of weird stuff. And then it was also the year that we phased into, all digital basically. And so it's been strange, but now I feel like we have it's not so new anymore, and we know who our players are on this team, and so we're ready to roll together. So Melissa, I'll let you.
Yeah, so I just echo a lot of what Mindy said. This year, I think it was really just a place where we kind of figured out, Mindy's been at it for 6 years, I've been at it for 4 years, and we are each other's, we've become family, we've become close friends. We reach out to each other and really lean on each other when we're struggling with anything, whether it be business, personal, anything. Hold on, babe. And I think where we just both ended the year was we were super proud. And this year, neither one of us hit elite. Becky didn't hit elite. But what was really cool, and I was telling Leslie about this today on our one-on-one, is Mindy, Becky, Christina, and I all sat in Vegas, and we knew the reality of what was coming. Some of us went at it different ways than others, and we had some things thrown at us this year that we didn't expect. I will say for my team personally, I think the plot twist that happened was exactly what we needed for the end of the year. And I feel more strong and united, and I'm not disappointed that we didn't hit, because in my eyes, you could never put a price tag or an accolade on the gift that this business has given to us. And I just feel so fortunate every single day that I get to show up and I get to do this with you guys. And I know that there's some people who can't make it on the call tonight, but that, I get to travel with Mindy as often as I do. I get to help and lean into leaders upcoming who want this just as deeply as we do and who share this vision. And so what we want to do, guys, is we want to continue to strengthen that. We want to continue to invest our time into the people who are matching our energy, because like Mindy said, we're not going to drag anyone along. That's exhausting. We just don't have that in us anymore. We're both moms and wives, just like you guys. You have families at home. You have responsibilities and obligations. You can't take on 500, 1,000 other people that you're responsible for, but we will absolutely link arms, hold hands with you, and run as fast or as slow as you need us to. But we need you to match our energy level, or we'll always match your energy level, and we'll never put our goals upon you. And so we want to talk about goal setting. We want to talk about what that means for the future of our team. But I do want to give a couple team shout outs. And Mindy, you can unmute yourself and say anyone that I might have missed. But the first one is I want to just love on Charlie. Charlie has really, really shown up. At the end of last year and this year, he is part of the glue that holds us together. He's constantly engaging not only in the Relentless squad, but also he's in my team page as well. He's welcoming. He makes people feel comfortable. He's not like some creepy guy that is like commenting on other people's inappropriate stuff, because I do see that sometimes. And so I definitely wanted to make sure that we loved on Charlie, because when I texted me this morning, I was like, I want to do a little bit of recognition in the morning. He was the first person that I thought about. And then also Leah. I feel like Leah has really stepped up and stepped into her power. She knows she's a leader, even though she struggled with getting there and feeling like she was worthy of that role. Now that she's unleashed that, it's like this whole different fires come out in her. And I love running with her. Like it literally, that was my saving grace at the end of this year. I will say, if I did not have Leah showing up every day and like reminding me that it's okay if people leave, but there's always going to be other people who need you and that are going to value your time. Like, I probably would have had a she end of the year. I'll just be perfectly honest. But she was like a rock for me. She was somebody who literally was like, we got this. I don't care what it takes. We're going to do it. And we did. We ran together until the very last day. And finally, I think at like 7 o'clock at night, I finally passed out because I was like wiped out from that week because we had worked so freaking hard. But we've had so much transition and so much change and so much evolving, so much growth. Like I look at this screen and I see people who have been here since I've been in the beginning. Like Brandon hasn't gone anywhere, right? He continues. He was one of the first people who I saw that actually put up SMART goals, right? They're attainable for the first quarter that he's going to be working on. That doesn't mean that he's putting down that he's going to go and he's going to be a 5-star elite team. We're not asking anybody to do that. We want you to run your own race and show up where you need to. I have Nicole, who joined our team this year, who literally, I think there's maybe like 2 months out of the entire time that she has been a coach with me that she didn't hit Success Club. And she sent me a text message asking, because she wasn't sure of the qualification time for Success Club, that her daughter pushed her to hit Success Club. And even though their times were off a little bit, like she still is starting the month with Success Club too. Like, to me, that's what matters. That's what's exciting. And you guys getting on these calls with us. We don't put together content and come together just so we can like talk at you. We want to know what you want so we can take you to that next level this year. We failed a lot. We've succeeded a lot. And now we get to gift you guys with that so that we can all elevate and rise together strong in 2018. And the word that I'm carrying forward for myself and what I'm going to share with you guys, and I would love for you all to write your word down and then write on a piece of paper and take a picture and post it in the team page. My word is simplify. I think we have all this stuff coming at us all the time, and there's all these changes, and this coach has this system and that coach has this system, and oh, there's this new personal development book, and oh, there's this other podcast, and we're all trying to go like, oh shit, where do I go? Okay, what do I do? And we just need to stop, and we need to relax, and we need to remember, number one, read a book. You need to be working on yourself no matter what, every single day. Working on yourself is a full-time job. Like, I'm not the same person that clicked sign up to be a coach it's almost 4 years ago. Next month's 4 months. I'm just not that same person. Okay. So that's continuously working on myself. That's not Mindy saying, hey, Melissa, what book are you reading? How much personal development did you do? It was suggested that I did 10 minutes a day. I started at 10 minutes and now literally I'm not even joking, you guys. I just folded laundry from like 10 o'clock in the morning and I still have a big ass pile of clothes to hang. I am that scattered and I am that ridiculous. My husband does his own laundry for a reason, and it's just my clothes. Like, Jenna had maybe this much out of it, and that's all mine. I have a problem. But I listen to personal development the whole time, not because I have to, but because I enjoy it, because it literally fires me up and like gets me excited about changing and growing and evolving and helping others. So read your personal development, listen to your personal development on your drive, however you do it, take care of you. Next thing, press play every single day. You don't have to be perfect. Modify the modifier. I have arthritis in this elbow. Do you know how hard it is for me to go down and do those freaking slide things with my elbow? It's really freaking hard. Or go up on the side. It really hurts. But I'm going to keep doing it. I'm to 80-day obsession. I'm committed to a little obsessed until we go till the end, because I want to take care of myself. But when I work out, I feel better. My energy goes up. I was a little bit tired before this call. Get out anymore. Keep working on yourself every single day. Just stick to the 4 vital behaviors, you guys. Being proof that the products work. Have a before and after pictures. Mindy asked in the team page, who took their before picture? If you haven't yet, go take a before picture, right? I did a little collage the other day with some of the people from our team, because people need to see that we have a solution that's going to help them. And talk about the changes that are going on. Talk about what it means to be a part of the team and why you show up to calls like this. Those are the things that are going to attract people to your brand. And if that's not your goal, that's okay, but be okay with that. That's something I told one of my coaches today, is if you are not working this business to work it and you just want to be in a community, don't be upset and don't stop showing up because you're not hitting those things that you're not working towards. Just know that you're enough to take care of yourself. And sometimes that's all you can do. So simplify, simplify, simplify. Do not try to recreate the wheel. Mindy has a training going on right now. If you have new coaches and you need help onboarding them, guess what? That's why we're here. We will help you get these people on board so that you don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel. I think that's it. Unless, Mindy, you want to add anything. We wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. So there's been a ton of changes. I'm sure you guys know some of them. There's been some changes to how Success Club points are awarded, which are amazing. There's been some changes to earning leadership. There's been some changes to the Elite and Premier program. And I can speak for Tenaciously Fierce and say that we are going to go for Elite again this year. It is something that is important to me. And it is important to our team. I've already talked to the people who on my team who are like, we're going for it. It doesn't matter. Like, that's what we want to do. And I really think that any of you guys that want it, could happen, especially with these changes that have been made. Corporate's constantly listening to us and the feedback. And we have people like Christina Delgado, who sat on the cab for 2 years and basically was the voice for us. So they're making changes, and I hope that you guys see those things. But I'll stop talking because I asked Mindy if she had anything to say, and I just kept going. So
I just wanted to, piggyback on what Melissa said about Charlie. He's been somebody that when I haven't been excited, he's been excited. He always checks up on everybody. I see him and Melissa are like the best cheerleaders of our team, because literally I'll log on to Facebook and I'll have a post and Melissa's already liked it. Charlie's already said something, and I that is the bottom of really what I wanted from this team when I came and joined Diesel Nation. So to see the people that are part of this team doing the same thing makes Becky proud, makes Christina proud, makes myself proud. But what Melissa was saying is that that my word this year is finish. And that is something that I realized that I was trying to do too many things at once and expecting myself to keep up with it and the rest of you to keep up with it. So that's why I've simplified it, where I said I'm going to run with these people. These are the things I expect. This is what I'm doing. Duplicate it or don't duplicate it, but this is what I'm doing. So the rebuilding the Relentless squad is that. The coach only challenge group is going to run all year long, because I'm tired of setting up groups and having people fizzle out. So we just have one group. I feel that will be really helpful. And where I got so screwed up, I think, in this business was chasing things that really were never my goal in the beginning, because everybody else is doing it. So Elite is something it is important, because it made a big difference in my business and made a big difference in Moses' business. And so I don't ever want to downplay it where you don't go for it. It's not going to be my focal point, but it's going to be something that I am going for this year, because I feel like I finally got all my ducks in a row and I've got things balanced a bit. But I really want you guys to just focus on yourself, because Becky never pushed me in the business. I never pushed Melissa in the business. We just did it. And so I put so much emphasis on trainings and business and all this stuff, and people couldn't balance it all. So our piece of advice to you this year is read a fucking book, push play, drink your Shakeology, show up to calls, post in these damn groups that I have, and show up even when you don't feel like it, and let us know and let us be there for you, because that's what I did that led to success. And the one thing that I shared, and I'm just going to share my screen for a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. In the group, the Rebuilding the Relentless Squad, I asked you guys, and I just wanted to share this with you, is that our goal is to help you step out of your comfort zone, to feel confident, to inspire other people, because that's when the magic happens. You're going to stay on your journey, da, 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 da. But what I asked everybody, what most was referring to, is like, did you do your before pictures? Because here's the thing, I said, let's just start this year over. Like, we're brand new coaches. Let's start the Diesel Nation Academy, which I did. I started today. I did my first 20 lists, but I said post your before pictures, because yes, you could post them in the challenge tracker app, but I wanted you guys to set up an album of your before pictures. So there's my before pictures after like eating like crap and trying to figure out my health issues over the last 2 months. That's where I'm starting at. So I want to update this every time I have a new picture in there, and I want you to do the same thing, because here's the thing is, if you can't share those pictures with your team, you're never going to be able to share it with anybody else. So if you're not comfortable with sharing it with the world, share it with us, because we're all starting from scratch. Like, I am 20 pounds away from where I need to be. And there's no judgment for you, like, but that's what I want. It's like, I want us to come together, push each other to stay outside of our comfort zone and work together. We're reading the energy bus. I want you guys to share what you're learning. Like, I'm just listening to one chapter of the energy bus today, and then I'm thinking about it, and I want to have a conversation about it, because I don't want you to just go through the motions of doing it, because that's what a lot of us have done. We've read lots of books, we've done all this stuff, and instead of clogging the feed in that group, if you check the story in there, I've been posting my journal entries, my first 20 lists that I'm doing. So if you want to share what you're doing, share it in there. That way it's not completely clogged in the news feed. But anyways, that's all I wanted to share about that.
Okay, so if you guys are questioning what Mindy's talking about, our team, I know that Suzanne and Leah, they created a group for the Diesel Nation Academy as well. But if you have questions on what book you'd be reading, on any of those things, please, please, please reach out. We will guide you in the right direction. Okay, so like I said, there has been a lot of changes starting in 2018 that corporate has really listened, and they have went over. So we're going to just go through this. So there are new requirements for 2019 Elite. So coaches, we used to have to earn 135 Elite points. And you guys might be asking, like, how the hell do you even hit Elite? Like, how do you get those points? So let me tell you why this is such a team effort. So when you are accumulating Elite points, once you hit Diamond, you start getting a report every single month. So in February, we will get our first report from January. And any of your 2017 or 2018 coaches that hit Success Club, they help you get 1 point. And if you hit Success Club yourself, then that doubles. So that would be 2 points. So say you have 5 people hit Success Club that month, then that would be 10 points for that month, okay? So it used to be 135, now it's only 105 Elite points. So I'm just gonna go through this. All of this is in the FAQ in the back. I will try to get that number for you, but I'm just gonna go over this. Okay, so coaches will now need to earn 105 Elite points in order to qualify for Elite 2019. There will no longer be requirements to earn points for ATV. So ATV was what really bit Mindy, Becky, and myself all in the ass this year. And how you earn ATV, that is your entire team's basic volume for the entire year. Is that correct, Mindy? Am I saying that right? Okay, for the entire year. So if someone like me had like 600,000 ATV points that year, your team would have to do more, like they would have to increase that number. So when you have someone like Mindy and Becky who have been in the business for 7-8 years, you can see how that number is going to get so gigantic that it's almost unattainable. So Leah had reached out and she was like, holy crap, I saw that Spotty Hobbs didn't hit. Did no one hit Elite this year? that ATV number played a really big role for a lot of coaches this year. So if you're wondering like, whoa, what in the hell happened? These people were so successful. Guys, the elite system's been broken. It has been. And that's why they're taking a really hard look at it and making these adjustments. So next year, we don't have to have that ATV number. We don't have to meet that, which is like a huge change. Like the gods opened up and the sun shined down and like we were all praising, okay? Let's see. So coach personal volume is called PSPV, and customer personal volume, which is CPV, will now be combined for personal volume to be APV. So whatever your coach personal volume and your customer personal volume is, those are going to be combined together to earn points for your elite points. New customer PV now includes PV from customers who place their first order with a specific coach. I don't know on that one, Mindy. Customer, so that would be any new customer, but if they place the order, say it was a coach with, say it was a customer of Mindy's, and then for some reason Mindy couldn't help her and she said, hey, go work with Melissa, which we don't do that, so don't do that. But then it would be whoever the coach, whoever they would get the number from whatever coach they placed it with, if that makes sense. Okay. There is a new required category for elite coaches. Elite coaches will earn points when their 2018 personally sponsored coach earns their first success point in the month. So Leah, say you sign up 3 new coaches this month. If all of them hit Success Club 2 or Success Club 4, no matter what, you're going to get 1 elite point for that. So even if they don't hit Success Club 8 or Success Club 5 or 6, still going to get it even if they didn't hit it in that first month. Now, if that goes to that second month and they do that, you don't get another point. It's just that one time. So that's a huge way for you to earn those points. Onboard your people right. Help them get people started, and you're going to get an additional point, even if they fall short. Obviously, we want to help them get their first wins, make back their investment, and be able to pay for their Shakeology. But if for some reason they fell short, like Nicole was saying, she ordered right after the cutoff time, you would still get a point for that coach. Does that make sense? Them up? Okay. Let's see. To meet rank requirements for elite coaches, you can now either hold the paid rank of 5-star or higher for 1 bonus week in December 2018, or hold a paid qualification of 5-star or higher for 6 consecutive weeks. So say Mindy and I both go for elite again this year, we would need to hold it for, we would need to be at least 5-star for at least 1 week in our business center. So it would have to be one of our business centers. But say Charlie and Leah are going for elite, they would have to hold it for 6 weeks of being a 5-star. Does that make sense? Okay. And I'm just calling on the people's faces I can see in front of me, so please don't feel left out. Okay. So you still, like Mindy and I would still need to have 2 brand new diamonds in the calendar year if for going for elite also. Very similar changes for Premier. All of this can be found under the FAQ. I'm not going to go too much into it because my fear is that we're going to make your head spin and you're going to be like, what the hell did they just say on that call? So if you have specific questions on what that looks like, or you are interested in learning how you can take your team to elite, please work with us and we will help you. We have the tools, we have the knowledge and the resources to help you. There would be nothing more prideful than having you do that. I know when Katrina and I hit elite together, that was a really exciting year for us. And then last year when Mindy and I were elite together, that was really exciting because we got to go to, all of the little the parties and seating and stuff like that together. So the changes for Success Club, though, I do want to hit on that because it is so, so important. So if you had a customer who was with you last year and say they completely fell off track, say they joined, they did their 21 days, and then they just went MIA and you never heard from them again. But now they want to jump back on and they want to join you for 80-day obsession. And you're like, hey, we have these incredible packs. You're not an on-demand customer yet. We should really get you your Shakeology going again. guess what? You're going to earn Success Club points for those. So every 6 months, no, go ask Dad. Every 6 months, you can earn 2 Success Club points for your current challengers. So not coaches, but your current challengers. Before, it used to be once you got points for that customer, you would they would take them away. And sometimes you'd think you'd hit Success Club and then they'd take those away. I know Charlie and I had that conversation. You're like, dude, I just worked so hard though. I haven't even had this person under me in 2.5 years. So that is a major change that is very, very, very exciting. I want to pause and ask what questions you guys have. I'm going to check the chat right now. None. Okay. Has everyone here set your goals for 2018? You have them written down. You know what they are. Brandon's nodding his head yes. He looks very confident. Nicole's working on it. Leah's saying so. Charlie's nodding his head. Elle is scratching her chin. Okay. So if you have not, I encourage you and invite you and give you permission to set your goals for the year. And I liked what Brandon did, and he did quarters. And that's how I like to set it up as well, because that seems much more attainable. Because if I'm trying to set my entire year, that can seem overwhelming at times. But if I'm setting up and saying the next 12 weeks, this is what I'm going to accomplish, I kind of like to go off of like the things that we have going on. So like before the Success Club trip, this is where I want to be. Before I get to Summit, this is what I want to be. Before Thanksgiving, and I try to gauge off those. One of the goals that I set for myself this year is that I'm going to read 24 books, and at least 4 of them are going to be hardback books and not just Audible. And so I'm going to go through and I'm going to categorize that and see what my success partner wants to do, because we're going to do some of those books together, and kind of just working through that. I've shared with my challengers some groups, and I've given them a whole quarter to read 1 book. And then today I sat down and I wrote down my overall goals. I wrote down an income goal. If you guys aren't setting income goals, it's kind of like shooting at a target and not really knowing what you're going for. And you're kind of like, if it happens, it happens. If not, no big deal. But if you're saying that you want this business to work for you, you have to have a plan and you have to know where you're going. Because if you're inviting people to get on your train and they have no idea, you have no idea which direction that it's going, and you want to invite other people on it, they're going to get on and they're going to be just as scattered with you. And I say that because I've done that. Like, you're just like, come on, we're going. And they're like, we're going. You're like, I don't know, but we're going to go and we're going to get there and we're going to get there really fast. And then everybody's like, fuck, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, yeah, me too. But just keep going. So learn from the mistakes that I've made and really take people on a journey. Like I said, if you don't know how to get a new coach started, let us help you. Utilize the Diesel Nation Academy, because that will give you the tools to be successful. Becky and Christina did not get started knowing all of this. They've had to create this. And what is it? They didn't come up with that until 7 years in? 7 years in, they have something that is, they're gifting to everyone and saying, hey, listen, this will work. This will help. This is our plan for success. So whatever you want this year to be, it's going to be. But you can't just hope and wish in this hand and think it's magically going to appear in this hand. You have to show up every single day. You have to become relentless on what your goals are. And one thing that I've learned about balance, work-life balance, is I have the tendency to go all in on everything, but there's sometimes where you have to pull back. And sometimes this over here, which could be your home life, is going to be the most important thing that is going on. And your business is going to be down here. And that's okay. Because so many people get caught up in that comparison game and saying, oh my God, my family really needed me, but I really needed to be on that. Like, I had a couple people on the team page like, I can't get on the call. Oh my God. It's like, it's okay. We have a playback. That's all right. It's not going to be the end of the world. If something happened tonight, I know I could have texted Mindy and been like, sorry, I can't get on the call tonight. If she couldn't have got on the call tonight, same, vice versa. It's not the end of the world. We're going to be here regardless of what is going on. And the cool thing about it is we're going to be there when the shit happens, and we're going to help you and lift you back up, just like you guys do for us. And I just had that call with one of my coaches today. I don't take this business lightly. It's something that we have invested so much time. And I think that's why 2017 was such a lesson for us, because we love this business so much. We do take it personally when people leave or they go places. But I think I can speak for Mindy as well. We've realized it's not about us at all, and not in any way. It's still going to suck and it's still going to hurt, but we've figured out how to navigate through that a lot better than we did in the beginning. And I'm just super, super, super excited for where our teams are going to go in 2018, and the leaders that I already see that are emerging that are going to just continue to grow. And I don't know, like, I just feel like there's such a shift in our business, and corporate has our backs in so many different ways. Like, the things that are coming, 80-day obsession, if you are not on board with that and you have not made the decision that you're going to be in this group, like, you need to reconsider what you're doing, because that's going to be a game changer for your business and your body. Like, if you haven't been watching those, I mean, Mindy lost 20 inches. Christina lost 20 pounds. Monica Lopez lost like 14 inches. Like, Becky lost like 0.2, but her abs were like so crazy ripped. So it's whatever you want it to be, but you have to show up, guys. This isn't going to happen overnight. It's going to take grit. It's going to take sweat. It's going to take tears. It's going to take failing. It's going to keep trying over and over again. But this is your year if you want it to be. I didn't set any new year, new me bullshit. Like, I didn't. Because I feel like for the first time in my adult life, like, I'm so centered with who I am and so excited about, like, the impact that I get to have on this world because of this opportunity and because of the gift that Mindy gave to me. And now I get to continue to pay it forward to my team, like Nicole and Leah and Leslie and Katrina, and hopefully make an impact on your lives. And Ginger is like 2 hours ahead of us too, and she's on this call and she's got all this stuff going on and she still showed up to this call. Like, that makes me so proud to be a part of this and what we're doing and where we're going. And I could go on and on, so I'm going to stop talking.
So I'll just say that was a lot of information. So I'm sure your heads are swimming, because I remember the first year that I was a coach and I was like, what is this elite shit that Christina's talking about? And Becky's like, I don't know. And then I was like, I don't know. And then I probably could have hit it the first year had I known. So there was a lot of information. There's a lot of information shared of the way it used to be, and you maybe didn't even know the way it used to be. So all I want to say to you is, like, if your head's swimming with the sea of information, which I can understand it is, don't do what I've always done and been like, fuck this shit. That's just too complicated. I'm not going to go for it. Let's tackle this together. And my piece of advice for you right now is, all of you that I know have all committed to 80-day obsession. So this is where the energy bus comes in. I've seen it in our group. I've seen it in other groups. I've seen it in big coach groups. Don't be a freaking energy vampire. Like, stop the shit of, I'm scared, I can't do this, what if I fail? I mean, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna miss a workout, you're gonna miss a time nutrition, you're gonna cheat. I mean, something's gonna happen. Like, that's okay. Like, it's okay. Let's just commit to finish this bitch. Like, I mean, like, just finish it. Like, I was in the test group and we had people from Puerto Rico and Florida who got hit by 2 hurricanes and they made it through it. Like, people had family deaths, divorces, a parent had an affair and just totally fucked up this one family's life. Like, shit happened. Like, you can do it. Like, you can do it. But, like, this is the whole us asking you to lean in, because something's probably going to happen to one of us, like, that we need one another. And so, like, just commit. Share your journey in a way, and this is something I was thinking about before the call. It's like, people get this, like, just become ridiculous salesmen when they become coaches. Like, think about if, I don't know, you tasted some yummy flavor of something, or you found somebody who did a badass job at cutting hair, or you got a killer deal on a car. Think about how you would share that on social media or to one of your best friends, and apply that about your journey with 80-day obsession or whatever program you're doing. So you don't sound sleazy, so you don't sound salesy, so you don't sound infomercially, so you don't sound like you have commission for us, so you don't sound desperate. Just share a story like you would do anything else. Like, forget about making money off of it. Forget about somebody saying no. Just be like, I'm telling somebody that. Don't look for an expectation or an outcome. And that's the one thing that I shared in my journal stuff that I did in a little story in the group today was like, about the things I can control. Write down the things you can control. You can't control whether people are going to understand you, whether they're going to say yes, but you can control the story you put out. And you're just going to have to go with it. And so as far as Elite goes, your goal needs to be to help a couple people a month. Even if it's one person a month, that's great. And then give that person your all. Help them get results. Like, that's the one thing Melissa and I have been talking about. Like, let's just get results. Help people lose 5 pounds. Help people lose 5 inches, whatever it is, because the rest of that will happen. But if you become so fixated on numbers and Success Club and Elite and rank, you're never going to get there. So let's just focus on owning your own story, sharing it in a nice way, like a nice way, like not like attacking people in the grocery store and telling them about your thing. I mean, that's how some people come across on social media. And then help those people build a trusting relationship with you. Make them trust you. Make them believe that you're going to help them. Because I've seen lots of coaches help people and get started, and then they never help them after that, after they make money and Success Club points. So let's just do that. And then when you start rocking and rolling on your own journey and your business, then we'll start talking numbers and coming up with a plan for Elite. So right now, your just only goal needs to be fucking awesome and help other people see that they can be awesome. And and that's literally it. And then know how to find under the FAQ the Elite requirements, and know how to get a hold of me and Melissa or Becky and Christina if you need help actually putting a plan on paper once you start getting your people. Because if you start thinking like, I want to hit Elite and hit 5-star and you have no prospects, well, you're probably not going to hit Elite. So let's just focus on that. Deal? Anything else? Any questions, comments, concerns?
The only last thing I was going to remind everyone I wanted to do in the beginning is we have Super Saturday this weekend. So if you need help finding a location, let us know. You can also find that in the back office. I'm super excited. Amanda is actually going to be speaking at ours. And that's her first time. So super, super excited for that. And invite your prospects to this Saturday.
Who's going to Super Saturday? I'm going to stay at Shelly, and I'm going to Super Sunday. Aaron, are you going?
I don't know if I'm going. It's my anniversary, so we may be going out of town.
Well, I guess.
Leslie's going.
I'm trying to talk my husband into going on Saturday here in Houston, but we'll see.
Well, if you don't,
there's going to be lots of exciting. Yes, have a great anniversary. There's lots of exciting announcements. Especially, yes, you can bring your daughters. Nicole, you have to come. You have to come. We've never met in person. We talk every day, but we've never met. But we'll find out where the Success Club trip is for, which is super exciting. Probably more on the new programs and the bars that are launching. So get there. If not, afterwards, corporate normally posts the video. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out to us. We appreciate your time. We wanted to keep this as close to 30 minutes as possible, and we just hit 40 minutes. But we love you guys. We're excited for this year. Let's simplify. Remember to post a picture with your word for the year, and take that back to your teams and ask them what theirs is, and encourage them to share. So that is it. Have an amazing evening, guys.
Bye.
Bye. That's Mindy.